we need to go ahead and create a function that's going to take care of our additives, because when you click on an additive, we're supposed to set state to add that particular additive to our state variable, and we're supposed to even alter the price. Okay, so we're going to create a function to add and remove the additives. Okay, so let's create the function, and we're going to call it handle additives. It's supposed to be additives here. So when we're handling additives, we need the item that we're going to add to our additives, or the item that we're going to remove, and we're going to call it new additive here. So the first thing, once we receive an item, we need to update the state. We need to create a function to update the state of our additives value here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to set additives, and in here we're going to have our previous additives. Now if we have additives, then we have to store the state of the additives that we already have in our additives. So let's get rid of that, and we need to put this in double brace. So we need to use this value to go ahead and check whether whatever we are pushing to our state is existent or not. So if it is existent, it should be in this previous additives. If it is not, then we're going to go ahead and add it. So here, now that we have our function, we need to check for an existent additive first before we try to add. So we're going to create a variable with the name exists. So we're going to take our previous additives, and from our previous additives, we're going to check if there's an additive with the same ID as the new additive that we have here. Okay, so here it can be, okay, let's get rid of that. Here it can be additive, and we're going to access that additive, get the ID, and check whether the ID is equals to new additives.id. Okay, so here it can be new additive, not new additive. Since it's one item that we're pushing to our additives, let's go with new additive so that we won't have a mix up. Okay, so if something exists, then we're going to take that existent value and put it in here. Okay, and we want to have a condition right underneath. So if this value got something, then we're going to go ahead and just remove that item from our list. We need to exclude that item from our list. So we're going to return our previous additives, and then we're just going to use a filter to exclude the existent additive. Okay, so we're going to exclude, we're going to filter all the, we're going to just return all the elements where the ID, where the additive ID is not equal to this new additive, right? So that's going to be excluding whatever we are removing. So let's take, for example, we are removing something here. We're just going to exclude it from our list. Else we're going to add if it is not existent in our list. Okay, so if it is not on our list, we're just going to go ahead and return an array, and in our array we're going to use a spread operator, and we're going to return previous additives, and then we're going to add the new additive. Okay, so that's how we're going to handle additives. Okay, so here we need to hook this function to our bounce check. Okay, so here that's how we're going to do it. We're going to call our function, and then we're going to pass the item. This item is the item that we're going to retrieve from item.additives. So what we can do here, we're going to just log additives. Okay, so additives, now it's an empty array, but if we add something, now we have our additive. So the next step is to go ahead and calculate the price and just change the state of our whole page using the additives list as our our trigger, because any change in this state variable, we're going to trigger the change on our price. Okay, so we're going to use effect for that, but for handling our additives, this is all that we need to do.